Welcome back to this episode of Under the Tamarisk Tree. My name is Phil Harwood, and I'm joined today by Tabatha Vetter, and we are talking about this month's newsletter. Tabitha, what is the topic of this month's newsletter?
This month, we're discussing the differences between exit planning and succession planning because a lot of people don't know the difference. So we're going to try to offer some
Mhm.
clarity on that. Um, Exit planning and succession planning are not the same, but they're two sides of the same coin, if you will.
Mhm.
One focuses on safeguarding the owner's financial future, and the other one focuses on securing the company's legacy. And they both require time. So the earlier you start, the more control you'll have over the outcomes. So
Yeah, for
just,
sure. If I can hop in real quick. I
oh
mean,
yeah,
these are terms that get muddied sometimes, even within, our the community that we're in with the advisor community. We're part of the West Michigan Exit Planning Association. We're part of the Exit Planning Association, EPI, or International. Is that what it's called? Why am I drawing a blank?
Exit Planning
There you
Institute.
go, Institute, EPI. Um, Great group, by the way.
Yes.
Anyway, these are, and even on our own website, we have exit planning distinctly different from succession planning. And so it is helpful to think about what these terms mean, how they're different, and that helps even channel us when we're working with business owners to really clarify their goals. So I think this is really good. It seems really basic, what's the difference between these two words that seem to be synonyms, but really there are some major differences. So I think we're going to talk about five differences. Is that right? Of
Yes, there are five key differences. I mean, there's always more, but
course.
we'll
Right.
just hit the
Okay.
top five list. The first thing is who each one centers on, who's at the center of each different plan. So would
Yeah.
you like?
So we'll start with exit planning and then we'll go to succession planning. We'll do that for each of the five. So with exit planning, the focus is on the owner, right? Uh, Maximizing the deal, making sure that the owner's goals are met, both personally and financially, and it's really more about what the owner is going to get when they exit. Whereas succession planning, we're really focused more about the business itself. So we care about, what happens beyond the exit of the owner, creating a good, strong bench and creating a good environment for success post-exit. So really very different kind of approaches and what we're focused on.
Yep. Absolutely. And then the second differences between the two is talking about the scope of each plan.
Yeah, and so here what we're focused on or what the difference is with exit planning, we look at all the different possible options that are out there. So selling to a third party, selling to a transfer, selling to a family member, or transferring via gift to a family member, or some combination, or maybe setting up an ESOP, so an employee ownership plan. Or in some cases, the best move is to liquidate and wind the business down. So there's lots of different ways to exit. And with exit planning, we're looking at all those different viable options. Whereas with succession planning, we're really focused on the business itself. So we're focused on internal options. So family members, key employees, managers, and those types of people versus, outside third party type people.
Correct. And then can you explain the primary focus of each of the plans?
Yeah, so exit planning, we're focused, like we alluded to earlier in the first point, on the owner, but we're focused on the financial outcome. So we're really getting into valuation, tax implications, how the deal's structured, earnouts. We're trying to preserve wealth in this whole equation as the owner exits. Whereas succession planning, we're really looking at leadership. We're trying to prepare future leaders for the organization. way out ahead of time. So we're investing in coaching and training and developing the right people. Sometimes the organization doesn't have the right people, and we need to go out and find them and get them on the team. Sometimes we need to restructure the organizational chart or the leadership team. We need to clarify roles. A lot of businesses have very weak governance practices, and so it's important to strengthen those things if we're going to create some oversight or some accountability, as we're transferring uh, leadership within the organization. So it's a very different focus from the owner and financial with exit planning to leadership development and the business itself with succession planning.
So true. As far as like when we're talking to business owners, what can they expect from, like, oh, how long is this going to take me? What's the time frame for each of them? Is there a difference? Like,
Hmm.
when should we start? What should we do? So,
Yeah. Well, no matter what, we always say start early. The more time we have, the better. But again, we never really know when our time's up. And so with exit planning, typically this is a little bit shorter of a ramp up. So 3 to 5 years is typically when someone starts to think about their exit in earnest and starts to really engage advisors like us. But man, if we could do it earlier than that, sometimes 5 years isn't enough. On the other hand, sometimes there's a crisis. One of the D's that we had talked about in a previous podcast, and so we don't have any time at all. And it's a mad scramble, which is never great. Um, but with succession planning, it's way more long term. It's an ongoing process of leadership development, making sure the bench is strong, investing in culture. It's almost something you should be thinking about the day you start your business.
yes. Well, you know me, Phil, I 100% agree. I love working with clients who are preparing for their exit and it's time and they want to retire within a few years or so, but to get a business owner who's like, even if they're like, I have 20 years left, I'm not gonna start exit planning or succession planning. Imagine how much more successful they'll be and their company will be if they did start early.
Right. Yeah,
Huge
100%.
difference.
Yeah.
And so what's our end goal with each of these? I mean, what's the final result that we're looking for
Well, with
between
exit planning, I'm sorry, I spoke over you. Go ahead.
your time?
Okay. With exit planning, because we're really focused on the owner and the financial piece, the end goal is to get what you want and leave on your terms, uh, obtain the financial security you're looking for, get the clarity you're looking for, be able to move to the next chapter of your life and move on past this business. Whereas succession planning, you really focus more on, and we are focused as advisors more on business continuity, the stability of the business, making sure that the employees are protected, the customers are taken care of, the reputation of the business is intact. And that's true whether family's involved or not. So it's a different goal that we're trying to achieve. And that really informs us as we come alongside owners and leadership teams and help them through this process.
And there's a lot that can be at stake by not taking the appropriate steps with, having the time to plan for all of this. That's obvious.
Mhm. Yeah. So if this podcast or newsletter or blog, however you're consuming this content, inspires you to reach out to us, what's a good way to reach out to us, Tabitha?
TamariskAdvisors.com, Phil@tamariskadvisors.com, or
Hmm.
Tabitha@tamariskadvisors.com. Go to our website. We have a contact page. Yeah,
Pretty
under
easy to find.
yeah, we're really easy to
Track
find.
us down. Yeah. We'd love to chat with you.
Absolutely.